Hello, this is Bill Cludsey. Welcome to a War of the Spark Intermediate Draft League on Magic Online. Jumping into it, this is a rare I haven't had much experience with, Ravnica at War. Exile all multicolored permanents. Seems narrow, this is not really a set with a ton of those. D-Spark is pretty sweet. It's a strange color commitment, black-white, but certainly 3-color decks are available. Tybalt is interesting. Get that sacrifice outlet and make a bunch of little things to sacrifice. Yeah, I do like Tybalt, and I do like decks that can proliferate. So each set of proliferations is another token. Actually, your first proliferation is another token up to that even number. I'm going to grab that here over Spellgorger, Weird, and No Escape, which are some powerful commons. This has the Planeswalker factor. Speaking of the Planeswalker factor, here is a Bioessence Hydra, which is one of the big threats in the format. If you have some Planeswalkers, get some loyalty counters out there. And since it does begin with counters pretty easily, proliferation's good in that case too. Arlen, I guess that would be a nice follow-up to the Hydra. Slap 7 counters on it right away. But I'll go with the Hydra here. There's no obvious red card to follow this up with. There's Aven Eternal and Overseer, which are pretty good, but take the flashy rare here. And a really nice 2-drop here. Fabulthip the Lost, just a chump blocker kind of thing. There are ways to target this and target something else so that this gets shuffled back in and your thing resolves. I don't know, I guess it's difficult to get out of the way with something like a Pyrohelix or something. Anyway, I'm going to grab that because it's a fine 2-drop in a blue deck, and Bioessence Hydra puts us in that direction. Dreadmalkin is a really good one, but I'm going to avoid things that aren't Teamer for now. Gateway Plaza would be another nice pickup, but Fabulthip is so reliable. Alright, Callous Dismissal is fine. Ceratok is expensive, but I guess it's okay. Teo is a new color, doesn't have obvious use here. It's a lot of counters maybe for the Hydra, but that's about it. Then there's this uncommon, which is solid. We're kind of going towards the blue thing, and bouncing something or destroying some creature is going to be strong. This even kills some of the better creatures that you might see in the format that keep accruing counters. So we'll take that. Green has a lot of ways to fix for some splashes. Devouring Hellion, sacrifice as many creatures or planeswalkers as you want. Sometimes you'll have a few devils out and you'll want to do that. Putting your eggs in one basket, but that's how that goes. Visionary, tiny, but can get the job done. And a big old Tithe-breaker Giant. I also like Iron Bully here. A versatile little threat in a format of Proliferate, so I might grab that. It's a bit easier to cast than the Visionary. That could be wrong. That's a close one, and if we take the Visionary, it pushes people away from blue, so I'm torn on that one. Neoform. Is it worth building around something like this? Get a 1/1 counter on your creature. Sacrifice a creature. Get any card from your deck, any creature of 1 higher casting cost. Yeah, I'm going to try that here. It can help get a Bioessence Hydra out. We have Fabulthip. Maybe if we sacrifice a 1-drop, we can get Fabulthip and draw 2 cards off it. That's kind of silly, but cute. And we also have Iron Bully, which can help something else. Yeah, we might not have so many opportunities to do something like this. So what remains to do is to bridge the gap here from 3 to 5 so we can get our Hydra into play. Crawl Stinger's fine. I'll just go for the Tamiyo's Epiphany here, which just draws a ton of cards, looks at a ton of cards. It is not a creature, so it doesn't really fill the... It's not really the missing link here, but we'll find something. Next up, we still don't have a great thing to bridge the gap. We have a 1-drop that we could sacrifice to Neoform, and Prismite, which is not something terrible to sacrifice. I think I'm going to grab this. Well, we also have Wanderer's Strike, which is a nice spell, but let's push people into white. I'm going to take Wall of Runes here. It's a strange looking one, but I guess we're doing a cube deck here. We're just trying to make a constructed Birthing Pod deck just off of our 1 Neoform. It's uncommon. Maybe we could get a bunch of these. And by a bunch, I mean 3 or something, because no one else will want them. The problem is then they just have to be opened. D-Spark coming late. Not something we can easily play. Relentless Advance is not one I really want in the deck either. So I'll just grab a D-Spark. It seems like an efficient card that we might be interested in for some reason. Or another Silverwing and the Wrangler. In a deck like this, if we are heavy green, I'll really want the Wrangler. The Silverwing can sort of bridge the gap here, but let me keep carving out green a little bit. Steady Aim, Light Shield, and a 6-drop. Okay, our first 6-drop. I don't know why we'd want to sacrifice the Hydra, but it could come up, and I guess this is bigger. And we might get another 5-drop. So, for all of those reasons and more, we'll take Primordial Worm. Elite Training, Single-Minded Devotion, and Lazotep Coating help only so much for invaders who are fundamentally bite-sized. Vivian's Grizzly. Sure, not in love with this card, but this late in the pack, I'm not going to complain. Demolish versus Topple. I'm gonna take this Demolish and I guess this Storm. Wow, the weird quickness about the last few picks there. Another Neoform. I'm not going to take that here over Vivian, which is a solid pickup here. Casting creatures as though they had flash, that's kind of cool. It's an early Planeswalker to help out the Hydra, and it just finds some cool stuff. Gives vigilance and reach, which is a nice one to help protect itself. So I'm giving up a little on red here, but definitely nice to open a rare Planeswalker in our color. Death Sprout would be sweet, but it's more of a black card. Hopefully Neoform can wheel. I really don't think other people should be interested in that. Another Dreadhorde Butcher. Someone will be happy if they're putting that together. And then just a whole lot of nothing for us. Stealth Mission. Okay, how about Elite Guard Mage? The cool thing about this is we can cheat it into play with Neoform, and if we ever do get it into play, we can get out a Bioessence Hydra, and it has some value initially. So I'll grab that here before taking Fixing. Enforcer's also really good, but I would rather splash white for the Guard Mage, I think. You could splash for an Enforcer, it is that good, but let's grab the Enforcer. Widespread Brutality, one of the few wraths of the format. Watch out for that. Another good 4-drop here. And this one is going to help us ramp up and splash all sorts of things. No Escape is good, but we don't want that many of those, and we definitely want this Nurturer. So let's fill up on some more creatures here. The other thing is you want some redundancy with Neoform. We can put all this non-creature stuff over here, and we're going to try to build up not a curve so much as a brick. 3 2-drops, 3 3-drops, 3 4-drops, maybe 2 and 2. If we can be so lucky. Jiang Yangu, Wildcrafter, Fixing, and 1/1 counters. Can't complain about that. We don't have much in the way of proliferate yet, and blue does tend to have a lot of proliferation cards. Hopefully we can pick some of those up here before too long. Band together. Nice punch spell here. Two of you guys team up and do their power as damage to something else. Good way to get rid of flyers in green if there aren't too many other ways. New Horizons, I really like that one as well. But let's grab Band Together. Just be careful using it with Fabulthip. We can use it to save Fabulthip. Fortunately, the Neoform doesn't target, you just get to sacrifice, so that does work with this little guy. Ashiok Skulker, another D-Spark, we've got Triumph, we've got Totally Lost. Let's take our second 5-drop. It's one that doesn't help the Crunch Wrangler, and for 5 mana, we would hope it does help, but oh well. Here, Courage in Crisis. Here's our proliferation spell, and this one doesn't work with Fabulthip. I'll have to remind myself of that. But it does help out things like Iron Bully, and it doesn't take many counters before your creature gets pretty big. Storm the Citadel. Don't see much use for this card. We already have one. And Return to Nature is solid, but only as a sideboard card, or maybe a sealed main deckable card. Yeah, I need some more creatures here. We definitely prefer to play the Planeswalkers and Band Together before some of these other things. Another Iron Bully. Yeah, good stuff. It looks like that's the kind of card we're going to want, so that's the kind of card I'm going to take. Neoform does come back. Great. This is going to be a fun deck. Yeah, and if we are playing stuff like Neoform, maybe Courage is not as useful. The second Wall of Runes, okay. I wouldn't mind a second Primordial Worm, but there we go. There's our brick, 2 of everything. There's more of an arc, I guess, if you know, all the animals are 2 by 2 here. Snare Spinner, I'll take it. At this point, that's probably a better card than Crunch Wrangler, given that we only have a couple things that help the Wrangler. Take the Griffin. That's a good size of a creature in this set. And these are just going to rapid fire here, so, well, once everyone's done drafting. All right, another God Eternal, if we want it. This one's, I mean, they're all pretty good, but sacrifice any number of permanents, draw that many cards. Wow. Or Merfolk Skydiver. I think, wow, this pack is too good because it has Skydiver, which is the perfect card for this deck, and it has God Eternal Bontu. We have 2 Neoforms, Jiang Yangu, Centaur Nurturer, and all of those help play this thing. Also, it's probably worth a ticket or 2, so I'm going to grab that here over Merfolk Skydiver. I doubt the Skydiver will wheel, but if it doesn't wheel, Huatli might, or Bloom Hulk. So, yeah, the other thing is it is certainly possible to play this in this deck, especially if our mana gets a little bit better. See what we have here. Commence the end game. A rare, draw 2 for 6. So be careful playing that, but this one turns out to be worth it. It kind of puts our deck in a whole different direction, but yeah, I guess I'll take it. What you can do is just make a 4/4 or 5/5 on your opponent's turn at instant speed, and that becomes hard to beat. Primordial Worm, I might take that out and put in, well, Huatli is interesting. I wish these Walls of Runes could attack, but that wouldn't be very wall-like of them. So yeah, I'm going to pass on this Huatli for now and take, the Dam Breaker, in hopes that we'll have a few things to proliferate onto by that time. Between our Iron Bullies and our 2 Planeswalkers, one of them gives counters, our Neoforms give counters, and even our army from Commence should have some 1/1 counters on it. Alright, how about this second Elite Guard Mage? Then someone's going to get both Ravnikas at war and exile our whole board. The second Elite Guard Mage, our mana is just not good enough for all of this. I could see taking Contentious Plan instead to keep things more consistent, but no, I'm going to take Elite Guard Mage and just hope we kind of get there. We'll have to really prioritize stuff that helps us. And maybe take a couple 3-drops to make that a better prospect. Yeah, I'll take Arlen's Wolf, which can attack past a lot of jump blockers, death touchers, and whatnot. A second Hydra and Kiora. Kiora is very good with the Hydra, but it's not very good with the rest of our deck, I don't think. I'll definitely take this Hydra. Ooh, that's a lot of expensive stuff in our deck. Hopefully I didn't miss out on fixing to take that. Return to Nature. There's our Return to Nature for the sideboard. Can we get some fixing? Crawl Stinger. Stinger's fine. Merfolk Skydiver Wheels. No one else is in their colors, so I'm going to take that. Okay. I probably shouldn't even be playing God Eternal Bontu. It's not going to stop me, that sentiment, but Gideon's Triumph. There's no way I'm playing Giant Growth in this deck, so I'll take this in case we have, play against someone. Huatli's back. I guess I want Kiora, not Huatli. We just have so few things that trigger Huatli here. And we want Huatli to get triggered, not triggered. We want, I'm sorry, what? I think I was confusing like one ability of Huatli with one ability of Kiora. Because Kiora has the thing that if you have a big, powerful 4 power or greater creature coming into play, you draw a card. And Huatli's more about toughness. And we're sort of in between, I guess. We don't really want either one. But they're both interesting, they're both role players. Maybe we can make do with the Planeswalkers we have. Certainly we'll have a lot of... there's a lot of room here to cut cards. Nurturer. Yeah, with 2 Guard Mages, I want something like 1 Plains, and then we're just gonna have to play 0 swamps and pretend that'll be good enough. What's the issue with that? Maybe that's just too inconsistent. The rest of our deck can get it done. We have Bioessence Hydras. If that can't win a game, then I don't know what is gonna help us. And the other thing is, most of our 4-drops to combo to get Bontu into play are hard to cast anyway. So yeah, Jiang Wangu is the only thing that can really reliably get down Bontu. But we didn't take it over much. We took it over Skydiver, which wheeled anyway, so that is fine with me. 18 creatures, 25 in the main deck. We're going to have to cut some stuff. Leaving these Neoforms, I'm going to cut 1 Wall of Runes, at least. It's cute to play it with Fabulthip in the deck. And then I might take Crunch Wrangler out, just because, well, we have 4 ways to trigger it. And that's down to 23. We have Commence, we have Tomio, we have Vivian, and what else do we have? We have these Elite Guard Mages, which will benefit from the fixing we can get with one more land, and also they just help draw through our deck, so that's okay. The scry from Wall of Runes should help. Yeah, I think it's definitely partly because we had to take out so many cards, but also it's going to make our deck more consistent to take out this Bantu. Sorry to see it go. That's just what has to happen. Huatli, we can reconsider Huatli because there are some cards that are helped by it, and one of them is Bioessence Hydra. The thing is, we're really trying to do too many different things if we put in this card and then take out a creature or something, so I'm going to leave Huatli out of it. It doesn't help our other creatures enough. The Hydras are okay on their own. Anyway, this is 13, right down the middle. We'll prefer green a little bit because some of our fixing is in green, and then we can play one white, like I said, just one plains. I think we should prefer green. Wall of Runes is our 1-drop, but hold on. Oh, maybe we can play 8/8/1, and that's just perfect. Yeah, I guess. Don't know why I was thinking 16 lands, but bad habit. Okay, we could potentially splash for some of this other stuff if it becomes very clear that we need it, like Demolish, Huatli even, Bantu. But mostly we'll want to keep in mind the green cards and the blue cards. So that is our deck. I'm excited for this deck because it's so different than what I would have expected to draft in this format. Neo form. Birthing Pod in standard draft format. So here we go. Versus Sean Power in round 1. I will keep this hand. Maybe we can scry into Neo form and get things going. Kind of a complicated divination. That's pretty good too. Let's get this scry going. Forest. Yeah, I like lands here. Our assured 4th land drop gets us Nurturer and Epiphany, and that'll be a Hydra coming up soon. Wall of Runes doing its job here. We won't have to worry about the Paradise Druid coming in. Put a 1/1 counter somewhere. I really want that on the Skydiver. If we do start proliferating, having that flyer in there is going to be solid. The On-Crop Invader, that's a reason to have the counter on the Wall of Runes, a small reason. This thing, we can kind of race it too. Hexproof 2/1, they don't want to sacrifice Paradise Druid, so I'd be happy to block. They're coming in with both. I'm not going to give them the option to kill it if they really know they want to, so just block 2 damage either way. Snare Spinner, Nurturer, all that stuff. Okay, let's cast Nurturer. And they're going to greet our Skydiver. That was just being a little careless there and not attacking first. Maybe they would have waited to take the damage to play the greeting. Oh well, we'll have a Hydra coming up here pretty soon. This On-Crop Invader, yeah, I'm going to block with the Wall of Runes. They still don't want to sacrifice anything, so I'm not exactly sure what this attack is all about. Maybe they're trying to get us to block with the Nurturer. Not going to happen. No, thank you. Okay, Jiang Yangu. Wish we could have some proliferation going on in the future. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, but it does help out this Hydra if we can protect it. It helps out the Hydra if we can protect it. A 1/5 is somewhat good at protecting it. Then they can come in and attack with everything, but that attack doesn't look great. Alternatively, we could play the Bioessence Hydra first. And another option is to pump up this Centaur Nurturer. Now I'm going to be less greedy here and do our Bioessence Hydra first. If we play Jiang this turn and it dies, pretty easy to kill it. All they would have to do is mobilize and then get an extra 2 damage in. Then we just don't get anything. And this way, what would they sacrifice to kill our Nurturer? I don't know. But I don't like the idea of taking this much damage. They'd probably sacrifice Paradise Druid. I'll stay the course here. We might put a counter on the Nurturer and then it becomes a really good blocker for things like the Turret Ogre. Yeah, they're willing to sacrifice the Druid to kill our Wall of Runes. Good for us. Chain Whip Cyclops. Maybe we can race this. Don't see a reason not to play a bunch of lands here. Okay, that gives this thing some loyalty. 10, 13. And we are going to pump up the Nurturer and play a 1/3, which is another somewhat annoying size of creature for the Invader to block. Yeah, let's come in with the Hydra. Or for the Invader to attack through. It could be a lot of damage here, but they can't mobilize and make a creature unable to block this turn. Both are pretty expensive, not to mention the district will be tapped if it taps to activate itself. So it's like 5 mana and 4 mana to do both. And they're kind of interested in killing Jiang Yangu here, which gives us some breathing room. Do they even have any good attacks? I mean, the way to go here is to make Centaur Nurturer unable to block. And what is this? They just have a giant Planeswalker instead. Yeah, that's gonna be annoying because I'm not sure if our Bioessence Hydra is really big enough to get through all this. It kills any 2 creatures, really. So that's a plus. And if we pump it up to 8 power, they'll really have to block with Turret Ogre and the Cyclops. And if we do 9 power, they triple block. Okay, let's Tamiyo's Epiphany first. We can still cast Iron Bully afterwards with the Nurturer, or heck, even the Snare Spinner if we put a counter on with Jiang here. And we might find something more interesting, like a fight spell. Neoform. Neoform, what does that get? I think I want it. But also, what does it get? Neoform. It gets another 3-drop. We really want to sacrifice a 3-drop. We could also sacrifice the Nurturer, but I really don't want to do that either. Tell you what, let's put all of this on, no, okay, let's put Arlen's Wolf on the bottom. is there a way we can get in and hit Arlen this turn? Probably not. They get another 3/3 wolf. I want Primordial Worm, it's just a good thing to draw. I want Neoform, so we can Iron Bully next turn. And maybe I also want Arlen's Wolf just because a bit later. So we'll go top, 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 top. So we get this 3rd mana, and we can cast Iron Bully this turn. Iron Bully, get out there. And that'll be our 3-drop to sacrifice to Neoform next turn. Or this turn. It's sorcery though, it's kind of awkward. 7. Too much to think about. 3, Cyclops, Turret Ogre. You know what? I think we're gonna trick them here a little bit. What I'm gonna do is attack Arlen with Bioessence Hydra. And they're gonna double block it to trade off. We're still in a pretty good position here, mainly because they have no cards in hand, and they're gonna block with the Turret Ogre, which is great. They're giving us the option. I suppose we have a mana up here. Let's go ahead and kill the Turret Ogre. I mean, this is the expected block, right? So we do this, and now when we get our flyer, we can pump our flyer up next turn with Neoform. It'll come in with a 1/1 counter to begin with, so that's a 3/4. Leaves Yang back. There's nowhere a counter needs to go. This turn, Iron Bully is it's just going to get sacrificed. Cool. Neoform. Probably do that and the Primordial Worm this turn, if we're being honest. Neoform. This is so cool. I didn't know what this card was going to do in this format, but this is it. We even draw Crawl Stinger, which is great. 3/4. Arlen can make another wolf, I guess, but that's not too big of a deal. Tell you what the big deal is. The big deal is Primordial Worm. And again, we're just gonna hold off on Jiang here. Maybe they can force some damage to Zhang, but even so, our creatures are a good enough size. Yeah, okay. Neoform. All right, Arlen's just about out of wolves to throw at the board. Bloom Hulk, so they all become giant bears. And Arlen can make another one. Yeah. Proliferation is something else, isn't it? Good thing we have a flyer. Oh boy. Should we go after Arlen? We probably need to. So we go Crawl Stinger. That can block a wolf or a Bloom Hulk or anything. Primordial Worm is still plenty big enough here, and we're just going to come after Arlen. It just seems like bad news to let that thing go uncontested for too much longer. And is it time? It might be time to pump up another creature. Maybe we pump up Snare Spinner so we can block more wolves. We could also pump up Nurturer. The problem with blocking another wolf is that if they proliferate again, they're all going to be way too big. So what I'm going to do is pump up the Nurturer, and then it is the size to kill a wolf, but also it's another blocker in case they proliferate here. Goblin Assault Team, that shouldn't be too big of a deal. It's annoying with this invader, but oh, cool. That's why I was saving the counter on Jiang here. Now our Hydra will be a little bit smaller. We could always play it and then put a counter on it. They're going to love this. They've already dealt with one of these. And we do have another Planeswalker to draw towards. There's our Hydra. Each creature you control adds any color. I don't need that necessarily, although if we draw our next Guard Mage, I'll need some fixing for it, so that's one reason to keep Jiang around. No rush. Okay, moment of truth. Do we try to kill them in 2 turns by pumping up the Guard Mage? Yeah, that's worth it. Kind of our last chance to do it. There's only so many cards in their deck that can stop us or kill us. Hopefully they don't have a falter effect where we can't block. Yes, okay, great. So yeah, 1 less card to draw for them and a little bit bigger of a creature so they can't just kill it with some fiery 4 damage spell. Great. Courage and Crisis. This might be main deckable. The reason I'm not main decking this is we want our creatures to take up most of the deck. Deck building constraints. Band together, I mean, we're just prioritizing the better stuff. Wall of Runes did work there. It traded with a 2/1 and prevented like 10 damage or something. I don't know. Sounds good to me. You don't want to fill up on that effect, but it's good when it's good. Another Crawl Stinger, is that worth it? Or another Wolf. I mean, the Wolf can help pressure their Planeswalkers. I'll keep the deck like it is. Here we go. No creatures. About half our deck is creatures. We don't have any, but that's what we can draw. So I'll keep this. It does have Vivian, which finds creatures as long as they don't put down too much pressure early. A bit of a risky keep, but a bit of a crazy 7-card hand, to be honest, given our deck, or 8 cards rather. Okay, Jiang. Yeah, you two are great, but you are not so good on your own. I might just sacrifice Vivian here. -2. There we go. Okay. In that case, do we trade this with the Rager? It depends. Oh, this is too hard. Yeah, I will trade it with the Rager. They even have another friend for the Raging Crunch. We have to draw something. 4 mana, X damage to a tapped creature. And they might just activate the District to get in and kill Vivian, but let's force them to do that. We have a blue 1-drop in our deck, so let's do that, and minus, because if they attack with anything, they're going to be able to kill it. This thing will be able to cast for the rest of the game an Iron Bully, which is the only interesting thing. If Vivian's in play, we can cast it as an instant. Yeah, don't have to worry about that just yet. See what they do here. Are they going to use their entire turn to get in 4 damage to us and kill Vivian? Probably. Or maybe they have a Lightning Elemental. Oh yeah, this is 1 cheaper for each legend creature or planeswalker you control, so they got a bit of a discount here, which is cool. And it's vigilance, so the best would be if they played a tiny creature second main here. No, they're not that lucky, apparently. Let's go ahead and play Skulker. That blocks this Raging Crunch. Nahiri doesn't do anything to it, really, unless they have some direct damage to go with it. The first strike kind of hurts. But yeah, put that in place. And that's assuming they can find a second attacker and have some extra mana for damage. Next turn, we should have enough mana to do Zhang and some other cool stuff. On-Crop Invader, no haste on that thing. Snare Spinner, just some random creature for them. So what can we do with all of this? I don't know. Our 4-drops aren't that good. Well, probably play the land to begin with. And Neoform. Orlan's Wolf, Neoform. This Nahiri is a pain. Band Together. Maybe I have to hold Band Together up here. They don't know. They can't see this Iron Bully. It's face down. Why don't we go... It's so difficult because all of their creatures, if attacking, are going to be first strike. And we're not at a super high life total. So I think I'm just going to do Neoform this turn. Put a counter on Skulker. That makes it hard enough to attack. And then get out some card draw. Sacrifice this Iron Bully. It's like paying 1 extra for a 2/1/1 counters, I guess. Bioessence Hydra. Okay. Yeah, that's a good play pre-Planeswalker. And the thing is, at some point I can attack Nahiri with Ashiok's Skulker, but then we just have no blocker. If we get that damage in on Nahiri, it won't have loyalty enough to kill it on the crackback. That's kind of true of the Guard Mage. New development here. Guard Mage is great. Guard Mage. And it even attacks through Snare Spinner, which it doesn't always. And that's great if we are able to attack holding up Band Together. And that punishes most tricks. Unless they have 2 tricks, but they only have 2 cards left. It's a funny format here where even just drawing like 1 extra land, you can feel way behind on cards. Like they have the same number of lands as we have, and you know, one of their creatures doesn't do much, and yeah, we look kind of ahead just because we have 4 cards in our hand. They are getting aggressive here. That means they have some kind of goodies in their hand. Oh no, is it going to be the Stone Blades? Did they expect us to make a really greedy block? That's the question. 4... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I'm going to make the least greedy block possible here. And then they're going to finish us off with a 3 damage spell. You watch. That is about the least greedy thing you can imagine. This plays around Stone Blades. It doesn't play around a 3 damage spell. which is more likely maybe. What did they do? They used on-crop invader's ability. I mean, these things are going to die anyway, right? So it is Heartfire. Yeah, okay. Whoa. Excuse me? Oh, they did 4 extra damage to us? I'm sorry, I was not paying attention for the last bit of that. Did they have an extra 2 damage in their hand or something? I don't know. Huh. Well, no attacking for us for a while. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Pretty scary stuff. At least the land is gone. Maybe they just have 5 damage burn in their hand. That would be my luck. Arlen's Wolf. And then attack for 3 in the air. Maybe we just have to get more greedy here. Go Bioessence Hydra. I'd love to hold up Band Together, but this is a turn where it's so unlikely they can attack anyway that I'm not going to worry about it. If I was attacking this turn, I would have to do something like Arlen's Wolf and hold up Band Together, which is even safer, but this makes next turn a lot better. And we might be dead anyway to some 5 damage thing. Okay, Trample. They can't attack this turn. It's just getting another big creature out. So I'm happy about my Hydra play. Nurturer makes things a lot nicer for us here. So what does that do? That gets Zhang on the field. It gets Nurture into play. And we hold up Band Together with our 1/1 countered creatures if we'd like. That's at 5 life. 7 is still not quite enough to get there, but yeah, and if I want to hold this stuff up, I can't attack with anything this turn. Next turn is another story. What a cool ability. What a cool field. All made possible by Neoform. The Simic are still the best. Simic might be my favorite, but it certainly varies. And it's really close, even when it does vary. Let them get their counter there. Doesn't bother me. But yeah, I'll hold up Band Together for something more drastic. No reason to shoot it off here. Get out our wolf. Little wolfie here. And then start attacking with our guard mage, I guess. We could leave Zhang at this many counters, or I also like the idea of leaving Arlen's Wolf tiny. Okay, let's attack with the guard mage. This is going to take a while, but that's okay. They don't have reach, right? Shoot. It's the turret ogre, something like that, that has reach. Yeah, I don't see an obvious place to put the counter. Arlen's Wolf if we really needed the mana next turn, but that doesn't seem to be what's happening here. And we still have another Bioessence Hydra in the deck, so that's a good reason to keep all our counters on our Planeswalker. Come on, just don't draw anything for a while. That was a really early Heartfire. We would have been dead if they had one more mana to sacrifice the other creature we were blocking with. End step. White, just extra insurance for that guard mage. Get them pretty low here. We have no way to punch through a bunch of blockers, but we're getting to a point where if they attack and don't kill us, it had better kill most of our creatures because they're getting low. Target creature can't block this turn. They can cast that on 1 or 2 creatures and get their smallest 2 creatures in, which kills us. Raging Crunch and Pollenbright Druid. So why don't we go ahead and 5, 6, 7. We could also be attacking with the Skulker here. Maybe it's crazy not to be doing that, but the way the math works out now, we can just wait a turn anyway. 8. No, I guess we should be doing it soon. Or pumping it up and then doing it. Yeah, so we can wait 1 turn and pump it up on the last turn. Let's target it with 2 creatures that kill it outright. Goodbye Turret Ogre. That just gives us some extra safety here. Shouldn't have done that on pre-combat. Ah, there we are. That does it. Expensive. They might concede to it. We'll see. 1/1 counter here. No. 3 damage to target creature. Well, everything else is going to get pumped up. Proliferate. Everything else. I should pump their Ceratok. No, let's not do that. Double pump for the Hydra. Alright, let's bluff whatever is in our hand. Attack for 4 in the air. Wait, this is... No, it's not quite lethal, is it? It's super close, though. Hold on. Yeah, it's over. Maybe I just attack with everything here and put another counter on Guard Mage. That puts them at 6. And then they chump this. And then they chump this. And they take 7, 8. And then they block that 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I think this is a lethal attack if we pump something with Zhang. Round 2. Let's take the play again. David Cantro 0666. Good hand, lots of powerful stuff. Oh, wait. No! Oh, no. Anything for the joke, right? This is fine. This is fine. A little handicap often... yeah, they had to mulligan. That was probably a good decision. A little handicap never hurt anyone. We'll just put ourselves on the draw again here. A little handicap never... Well, that's not even true, is it? Yikes. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done that particular misclick. But have no fear, I'm not giving up yet. We have information to gain. There we go, see? And if we win this, that'll be even better. Meanwhile, they're getting the natural here on the mulligan. Honor the God Pharaoh. Wall of Runes, wrong color. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to not show them our second color. Oh, we already did. This is the worst possible thing to happen. Anyway, Teamer over there doesn't give us too much information except that they are probably spell heavy. Potentially flyer heavy. Return to Nature. This is extra useful because of the exile a card from a graveyard, which, if nothing else, just gets rid of spell that all of their spells matter cards count. Would you like to play first? Yes. This time I'll draw some lands. Thank you. Nice. This hand is so good compared to that last bit. And they were down to 5 here, so we're maybe this will be a best of 1 in the finals. They knew about these 2 colors. They did not know about white, so I'm not going to show that yet. Turn 2, turn 3. Okay, I'll show it. They got so lucky with the natural in their game 1. We'll show them that we can do the same thing if we're paying attention. Wow, they can still do it. Mulligan to 5, no problem. Turn 3, Tron. Limited Tron. Okay, Vivian. Vigilance and Reach on the Iron Bully. It's interesting. Or should we just do Guard Mage? It's pretty difficult to protect Vivian if we don't do that kind of stuff. I do like Vivian this turn, though, because the Guard Mages can come down with Flash now. So next turn, let's say we -2 Vivian, don't find something as interesting as we'd like, we can flash in Elite Guard Mage. It's not perfectly mana efficient here, but it seems pretty good to get this Vivian in while they don't have a great way to pressure it. Or even if they come into the Iron Bully here, it taps their Prophet and they might not have a spell to trigger it. Cron Triangler, in fact, they don't. So we get off pretty easy. Let's minus Bioessence Hydra. Yes, please. Yeah, okay. That'll be a 7/7 Hydra. And these can go on the bottom. Card can be played. Card can be played. Sounds good. I'll leave the Iron Bully back to be a blocker, to be a bully. What is this? Kills our Iron Bully. Turret Ogre. Cool. Give me this Bioessence Hydra. Be up to an 8/8 soon. Oh no, you didn't even leave up any mana. So we're gonna kill everything. Well, not kill it so much as, I don't know, tickle some of it. Vigilance and Reach to our Hydra. Sounds good. And then maybe commence the end. I feel like the end game has already begun. This is where they're pausing. They're saying, wait, why am I still playing this game? It doesn't seem very likely that I can win it. Iron Bully. Iron Bully can come in. If they attack into this, it's just bad news for them all around. Maybe they'll have a way to bounce the Hydra, but even then, we can cast creatures as if they had Flash. So it comes back. It'd still suck. That would kill Vivian. It is. It is Callous Dismissal. So goodbye Vivian, unless we had a 3-drop, which we don't. Okay, this is still fine. I will replay Bioessence Hydra. That pretty much kills them. See how they scry. I mean, it comes in as a 7/7. We kill their Turret Ogre. They land 4 points on Vivian, and we attack back for 9. Vivian's actually nuts. Vivian is a good card. And people are kind of less interested about the best planeswalkers than they would be if they were all mythic. Hopefully they don't finish off the Hydra this way with something else. Don't do it. Maybe it would have been safer just to not block that thing, but if they have an answer to the Hydra and we didn't kill this ogre, then that is far, far worse. All right. This last game is going to be both players getting mana screwed and forgetting to mulligan instead of just one at a time. Or maybe it'll be both players curving out, in which case we're on the draw, so that hurts a little bit. Indeed, Cantro puts us on the draw, and I kind of like this hand. It needs a lot of stuff to happen, but whoops, that's not a land. But it's got lands and spells. Ouch, Burning Prophet's coming down a little too early for me. But we have Iron Bully potentially into Neoform, which can go a long way. Wow, it's just every game they have this, whether they mulligan to 6-5 or not at all. Unfair. Maybe they're playing the 6/6/6 mana base. David Cantro 6/6/6. I mean, that would follow. The nice part here is we get to gain some life. They do too, but they have no attack. Okay, so things are slowing down briefly, which makes me happy. Dam Breaker, what is it? It's just 6 power, 7 toughness, because we get this bully. I wish we had something, some 7 drop to Neoform into, but we don't. Not yet, anyway. A couple 5 drops to get into, but they're not that good now. Oh, come on. Centaur Nurturer. I mean, it's something we can get back. And then potentially hit them with the bully and sacrifice that. Not on the same turn, but okay. Nurturer coming back. This is just an awkward hand where, despite making our land drops, we can only do one thing a turn, and starting at turn 3. So any bounce spell is going to really suck. Please, no more spells. Don't do it. Don't cast a Planeswalker. Honor the God Pharaoh. That's also really good here. Zombie Army, I mean, there's a couple creatures they can't attack with, but everything else comes in. I'd probably double block Spellgorger weird. Oh no, not if they're going to have the mana up here. 3 mana up. Another Callous Dismissal. Ouch. Callous Dismissal. Draw a card. +3/+3 on all your stuff. And get in 100 damage. Nice. I wish game 1 was more competitive than it turned out to be. Because we don't have an answer to this Spellgorger weird. Actually, if we had a 2-drop, we could Neoform into a Death Toucher. We could get a 2-drop out. So what we would do is Skydiver into the Death Toucher. Hope they don't have anything else, any more burn. And see if that works. Because our 5-drops don't really deal with the Spellgorger. Also, we could Dam Breaker here, and maybe that'll be big enough. If they bounce that, then it's just over. Nurturer goes to 13, but doesn't block a whole lot. Yeah, any proliferate or anything just kills us here. I'm going to play the Dam Breaker. That it gives us the best chance of blocking the weird 7, because realistically it'll get 2 counters this turn. I mean, we'll see, but it could get 2 counters. They've been scrying and all kinds of stuff. Another weird, so maybe it'll just get 1 counter. 4 mana, Tamio's Epiphany, watch. Oh, Angrath, Captain of Chaos. They'll minus it here to give their zombie army a bit of a boost. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen here. Our blockers are good enough to take down one thing. Yeah, this attack, I think they should just attack with everything. Leaving back the zombie army is crazy. Everything of theirs has menace. What are they thinking? I don't know. We're still super dead here, but you really should attack with everything there. And amass first. Anyway, how dead are we? Super dead? Yeah. 5. Let's see where they scried. That might inform how dead we are. Being attacked. 1 card on top. Looking forward to it. Well, I'll probably want that land out there. And we just have no 3-drop, so we can't do a whole lot here. If we had a 3-drop, we could do Skydiver and into something. As it is, we can get into a 5-drop. But it's just a 4/4 trample. Our worm is better. Far, far, far better. Tamio's Epiphany, that one is interesting, but I don't see what we'd use it on here. Primordial Worm, we double block this. We take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If they draw something good, which they will. And if it's removal, we're extra dead. 7. Yeah, this is over, but might as well do something. Kept a slow hand. Starting a game down is real bad. Okay, that's not the worst thing that could happen. Certainly their creatures having menace is it's just the worst. Yeah, they can attack first with the army. That's what I would do. Not amass 2. I mean, we'd be dead this turn if they attacked with everything last turn, but here we block the zombie army with both no matter what. They forgot their stuff has menace. That's the only thing I can think of where they don't know what menace means. Because all their creatures say menace. Maybe that'll give us the edge. I mean, some people don't mulligan 0 land hands, if you'd believe it. Vivian, Vigilance. Unfortunately, Iron Bully doesn't get in there unless we... What does this give? Vigilance and Reach. It doesn't give menace unless... Sorry, it doesn't give... it doesn't attack past their stuff unless it gets a 1/1 counter on it, which we could do with the Skydiver. Gaining life seems important. Killing Angrath seems important, but if they don't know it gives things menace, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe we should play to that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gain some life, play the Skydiver, and pump up our Nurturer to be a better blocker here. Alright. So, mostly dead on board again if they realize All this stuff has menace. No attacks, no attacks. Does the tooltip tell you what menace does? It might not. Did they just figure it out? That would be my luck. Maybe we can survive this. 9. Iron Bully for the weird. Band together. Gosh, it's so close to being good enough. And now we don't have our 3-drop to sacrifice to Neoform. Oh, everything's so close to being good enough. We kill Angrath here. Then they have to not draw something. And we have to block 3 creatures. Can we do it? I think it's close. Neoform's 1, Nurture is 2, and Band Together is 3. That's 5. So we have 2 mana left over. Or 3 if you consider the Nurture. Yeah, this might work. This might work. Okay. We could give something Vigilance too, but that doesn't help as much as I would like. So maybe Vivian minus. Cast it if it's a creature card. Trying to make sure, absolutely sure that this works the way I think. Yeah, I think we just have about enough here. Minus Elite Guard Mage, it's a start. Or Iron Bully Neoform this turn. No, I should take the Elite Guard Mage. And these can go on the bottom. Okay. Get Angrath. Come on. It's a flyer. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're learning all of the evergreen keywords. They tried to block it. Sacrifice this thing. Sucks to lose our best creature, but there you have it. Crawl Stinger. And pass. Cool. Why not the Guard Mage there? Because we probably need to band together this turn to have any chance. Please have nothing. Come on. They attack with everything. Let's do our blocks first. And those blocks include here and here. And then we don't lose anything right off the bat. And then we band together to kill the zombie army. I did this wrong. I don't know. This is not the best play from either of us. I should have killed a bigger creature, but hey, at least we killed one of the annoying creatures. Wall. Ah, okay. Vigilance and Reach. Vigilance and Reach. I don't know, but I'm going to have to hold on. I'm going to have to hold on is what I'm going to have to do. Let's Tamio's Epiphany first and try to draw planes. No. Let's do Wall of Runes. Another Elite Guard Mage. Gosh, I do want that. Top it. Play this, gain some life. So no one creature can kill us this turn. And then plus on the Death Toucher to at least start chipping in, get them down to 20. We lose our best, one of our best blockers. I really should have killed that Bloom Hulk last turn. But I will block it with the Crawl Stinger here. New Horizons. Yeah, that's not quite good enough to get past our defenses here. Almost. Almost, and they do get two scries. They scry both to the bottom. But yeah, the wall blocks the 3/4, the crawl blocks the Hulk, and the Guard Mage blocks the other little one. So maybe they have no attacks here, or maybe Bloom Hulk comes in. No, no attacks, so that's good news. Tomio's Epiphany, I'm really tempted to run that out. Or hold up Elite Guard Mage for their turn. So what we can do is Epiphany, Skulker, Forest. We don't want any of this stuff, except maybe, I don't know, let's just put the lands on the bottom and the action on top. And then yeah, let's Vigilance and Reach on the Guard Mage. We might win this. This is nuts. This one match is just a whole lot of bad play canceling itself out, I think. Mistakes were made on both sides. And that's the truth. Guard Mage, instant speed. So good. Snare Spinner. Time for Vivian to dig. What do we want? So, I misread this card all the time. You may look at that card and you may cast it if it's a creature card. Oh. So it has to be the Hydra. And then these can go wherever. I read that as you may cast it as if it were a creature card. Honest to goodness, that's how I read that card the first time. And I was like, well, that's kind of weird, but I guess if Vivian's in play, that means you can cast it at instant speed. That's what I thought. That's really what I thought. And all of our creatures are instants until they play Teferi. No, actually, I think we could play through Teferi. Teferi restricts just instants, maybe? I don't know, something like that. Arlen's fine. It might make them think they can attack into our Vivian. Arlen's fine here. In fact, if they make a wolf, we're in range of killing Arlen. Are they going to pass through here? Attack with everything. When's the next chance you're going to get with these things scrying? They bottom top, so they like their next card. Get our Hydra out there as a 6/6, which is soon to grow. And yeah, we'll have, we could do this now or later, but it's mana efficient to do it now. We'll do Iron Bully to pump up one of our Guard Mages, and that should finish off Arlen. Give that one Vigilance. That pumps up the Hydra. We don't want to attack with the Hydra now when they can block with 2. Wow. Wow, we got there. Okay, so they could have gotten like 6 more damage in on 2 different turns, and we ended up at 2 life along the way, so Menace. To be fair, I don't read all the Planeswalkers. Goodness knows sometimes their abilities still surprise me. Even this Vivian, I didn't even know what the heck its -2 did. But yeah, be careful, read the cards, and yeah, on to the finals. Round 3, and things are getting serious. We've decided to get a hand that curves right out into Tamio's Epiphany at least, and possibly Guard Mage first, depending on what we find by then. Bullthip, smoothing things out. Nurturer, that'll also help maybe a turn 5 Guard Mage. And a turn 6 Guard Mage. For Bullthip, we still haven't done the Neoform trick with this little fellow, this homunculus. Maybe one day. Do we want to give it Vigilance? Let's see what happens if we attack. Probably nothing. And then, since they have no board presence, our Planeswalker looks a lot better. Exile a card. I'm going to sneakily exile this forest and tuck the rest of the things away. And the way I thought things worked, we could cast that as if it were a creature card. Everyone's doing this. Everyone's getting 3 different colors in 3 turns, and there's just about nothing I can do about it. Oh well. Only one thing really to do this turn. Attack Zhang for 1 with Vigilance. Play this Nurturer. That does, take away a lot of potential power from this thing. Hopefully they don't just slam the Elder spell this turn and pump it right back up. But even then, that's going to take up half their turn, and we can crack it back to less loyalty with an attack. I don't really want to do that. I guess I would rather play Bioessence Hydra this turn. Just draw a land, finish off Zhang, and play this Hydra as an 8/8 or something. Nothing. What could that mean? That could mean they're expecting us to attack, and they have planes. I mean, it's pretty likely that we attack here. But instead of attacking with the Nurturer, I'm going to attack with this little one-eyed... I guess they don't call it a Cyclops because it's not big enough. This one-eyed Cyclops. They really just don't want us to attack with anything. Here we go. Fabilthip, getting in there. Do they have nothing? It can't be the Sprout Kill spell. That's double black. That would make me feel silly for not using Nurturer to play out our Hydra first main. Blocker step. Moving along slowly but surely. And there's no rush to kill this thing. I mean, if there's no creatures out, it's not doing anything. Hydra. Plus. Give it Vigilance. And Reach in case they have that flyer. There is that little black flyer that can get haste. What? This is like the crazy, this is the zany hour. My goodness, I stayed up a bit too late here, and people are just passing through their turn, keeping 0 land hands. Anyway, this deck is sweet, so I don't mind. making it making it this far. What to do now? I don't know. Target player sacrifices an attacking creature. That's a thing. So Fabiltha does protect us from that kind of nonsense. We don't have to put all our eggs in this one basket though, so I'm going to start minusing. Let's grab, yeah, Kior's Dambreaker. Sounds good. Then, because we don't really need to do much else here. Well, hold on. I'm going to attack Jiang here and Hydra at them. And then I'm going to run out Dambreaker. And that will do 10 damage to them. We get 1 counter on our Planeswalker and 2 counters on the Hydra. This Hydra, this really is nuts. I mean, it's 5 mana for a 4/4, Dirkwood Boars, but then they slap on Trample, and then any Planeswalker you have, whether it's in play or you play it later or it pluses or you proliferate, all of those things just make it bigger, and it has Trample, so there's no like downside to it except having to play Simic, I guess. Pretty cool. Yep, they are in a bind here. If they dealt with the Hydra, I'm not sure how we'd piece together the 1 extra damage we need to kill them, but anyway, they have a lot more to deal with if they just kill the Hydra. Anything else we can do? They had colors. I mean, they had a Planeswalker, just not the best draw in the world. I don't know if our sideboard helps us out much, so let's submit again like this. Round 2. I will keep this. We have a bit of a scry and possibly Neoform into Fabiltha. This is the dream. This is the dream. Can we land a turn 2, draw 2? We have 3 shots. We have our top card and the next 2 cards. One of those has to be a forest. Or if not, whatever. I'm sure we're fine. Dreadmalkin. That's a solid one. There's the forest. We did it. We did it. The only thing going wrong here is that our 1 mana 0/4 defender can't even block their 1-drop. What's the point of being such a defender? Should we put Jiang Yangu on top? I say yes. Planeswalkers are powerful. We get to draw that, then we'll Neoform into drawing 2 more cards, and that should help us hit our land drops, hit the cards we need to play, and keep going. White-black. White-black. Okay, Neoform. Let's do it. Let's find the one and only Fabiltha. And it only gets shuffled into our library when it's targeted by spells. So Zhang can pump it up. No problem there. Or at least that's how I read it. Maybe they're reading this. Unlike me, they read the cards that their opponent plays. Here we go. Fabiltha combo. Alright, I'm happy now. It even gets the counter from Neoform. That is too good. Win or lose, this is a victory. Now then, happy to have the Planeswalker with our Bioessence Hydra coming up eventually. They're doing some cool stuff too. They've got Leyline Prowler already. How do we fight that? We can fight that with a Crawl Stinger. Get some more green in here. or even an Arlen's Wolf. But let's grab this Crawl Stinger. Pass it. We could do this twice in one game. If we're able to, oh, Soren's Thirst. If we are able to, can't block any of this, get Fabultha back into the deck by targeting it with something, that might lead to a second Neoform getting it back. Anyway, we kind of want to be able to block some of this stuff, so leave both creatures back. Bioessence Hydra next turn. I'd love to kill this Leyline Prowler. Zhang. We could, if we wait a few turns, we can do Zhang into Elite Guard Mage. Like 6 mana on the table. No attacks this turn. That's what I am getting from this pre-combat. There we go. Neoform doing all the good stuff. When that dies, that's fine. All right. Well, how much can we do this turn? If we do Zhang, we do 4 more mana, and then Zhang dies. I don't love that, so it's Hydra time. Pass it. Pass it to you. Dreadmilkin has 2 pumps. It's essentially a 5/5 menace here. Fortunately, the Hydra can kind of team up on it, or just let it hit for 5 once. Planes, yeah. No attacks. That's good news. All right, now our thing's going to be way big. Yeah, try to get this out as soon as possible. Then we have 4 more mana, kind of. We could Neoform Arlen's Wolf into a second Guard Mage. We could have 5 mana if we use Zhang here. Or yeah, we can get Iron Bully out, sacrifice it to Neoform. That's getting a little too tricky, I think, and a little too low on blockers. Far too few blockers. Tough one. Yeah, ultimately I'm going to go with Iron Bully, putting that counter on Arlen's Wolf and passing. Maybe I should put another counter on Iron Bully. That makes their attacks a little worse. But it also makes Leyline Prowler able to kill Zhang in 1 hit, which I don't want. I don't know, things are getting weird. Maybe I should put this on the Bully. Ah, they don't have many cards left in their hand. They have a bunch of lands in play. They have used some stuff. We have gotten a lot of extra value from drawing 2 from Fabultha and keep going and doing stuff like that. So I'm just going to leave things alone here. And then once they attack, we can crack back and maybe win, getting well above 10 damage. They have their own Zhang, and that pumps up the Prowler. So it's time to get some flyers in play. What do you think? How about those flyers? Well, to start, Neoform sacking the Iron Bully. They're like, oh no, it really is a Birthing Pod deck. That's right. We don't mess around. But no great way to pressure Zhang this turn unless we just want to attack it with the Hydra and trade with the Prowler. Then to protect it, they need to commit more creatures. But that's I don't know, that's not a great trade for us. One card left of their own. Okay, one target left for this, but we knew we had at least that one. Iron Bully the second. For both up tapping for another Guard Mage. And then we probably just hold back. There's our planes. A little late for that. I could see putting a counter now on the Guard Mage. If they find an answer to this Wild Crafter, that's just no good. Bully can wait. All of this other stuff can wait. Tempting to come in with the Hydra again, but it doesn't accomplish all that much, does it? 6. They could put that down to 2, block with both of these. Nah, I'll wait. We could find another answer to the Prowler, and then we have a giant trample monster on the field. Right now, they're pinning each other. It does protect Zhang here. Okay, Battalion, that's a good one to see. That does nearly nothing. Now they're just pumping up the Prowler for practically no reason. Besides gaining more life, I guess. Bully. Yeah, wow, this is something else. We might have it here. So maybe just time to pump up our flyers. Get in 8 damage 3 times in a row. So we can pump up 1 on each flyer this turn. Or, I don't know if we really need to do that. Maybe we can send one of them at Zhang. Just to finish Zhang off. And the other one we'll make into a bit bigger of a monster. And hold back on Zhang. It's more important to me to get their Planeswalker off the table. Or is it? They can sacrifice it to Dreadmalkin. Well, too late now. I've kind of missed my chance with Zhang here. But attack them, attack Zhang, and this doesn't give them the option, which is nice to do. So they will sacrifice it here. Make their cat a little bigger. Still too small to contend with my best blockers. Like, I just put Hydra and Bully on it. That's 8. Maybe that's enough for them to bite, because they can sack 2 creatures here. Oh no. Are they all coming for us? Yeah, they're just getting desperate here. Huh. Okay, so that's an easy block. And then they really just have 2 of those. So I want to finish off this Dreadmalkin. The Dreadmalkin is very annoying. And then the wolf can go there. And we can take a huge hit of 4 here. Okay, I'm fine with this. Life totals are not as important as the board state. Hopefully they didn't draw some kind of spell that kills the Hydra or something, and the rest of our creatures follow suit. They might have some trouble with this step here where they've got to flip around these 2. No, that's how they want it, so they must have something better here. 5. And that's what they're doing. They're just sacrificing, let's see, the zombie and its token. So they'll trade off with Bioessence Hydra. Not great for me. They're left with just this Leyline Prowler and nothing else. And we have whatever we have. Nurturer. Put a counter somewhere. I'm going to put a counter here on Fabulthip, and we'll have a double block for the Prowler. If that's the direction they want to take this. Hoping they don't have any interaction for that, but it looks like they don't yet. And they're going to wait until they do. Meanwhile, holding back a ton of damage. So let's not make it easy for them. Play a random creature and then attack in for 9 this turn. 8 in the air and then 2 by ground. Zhang can pump up the other guard mage with its last breath. And that'll put it out of reach of some of the white removal. Cool, you are at 7. And even if you get a hit in, oh, more land, nice. Even if you get this hit in, they have to attack here. 15. Yeah, I just attacked back and killed him. Yeah, I'll let this happen. A blocker could foil this. Actually, yeah, they would need 2 blockers or like a pump spell here or something. But it's risky to block and get blown out. And it's also, that's kind of cool. It's also, yeah, not that great. Since we won't be able to kill them on the crackback. What does this thing do? We probably just -2 this. Vigilance doesn't help out all that much. 4. So we can get in 9. They go up to 14 if they block Fabulthip, and that's a free block for them. And that's only 12. So yeah, let's dig a little bit with Vivian here. Vigilance and reach doesn't seem to help all that much. I mean, it would be fine on a guard mage to block this angel, but in the top 3 there could be something even better for us. Well, maybe not. What are we drawing towards? We have some 6/6s and whatever. Yeah, maybe that's the answer. We can get the Kraken or the Sea Serpent or whatever it is. Nah, Primordial Worm. Not exactly what I wanted. But I can flash that in as a blocker for the Prowler, which means every one of these guys can come in. Yeah, let's just do that. And if they do have a trick, like a pump spell, this will be a good time for them to block a guard mage. But that might protect our Primordial Worm from the next, from that very same trick. There's a white spell which gives something a counter in First Strike. First Strike Death Touch lifelink is awful. That would have been lethal if this was our Sea Serpent. I think it's a Sea Serpent. It certainly looks like something like that. But we'd flash that in, our 6-drop, and proliferate for 2 extra damage. Vivian should let us cast this as a nice blocker here. Oh, they're going to put this on the Sunblade Angel. Yeah, that's annoying. So they gain 8, but we trade with this Prowler. And I'm pretty sure we can kill them on the crackback, right? Let me think about that. 8, they block one of those. 4, 11, they go to 12. If I don't block, I'm not dead. And then they would block Sunblade on Primordial Worm, or else they're definitely dead, and take 14. Yeah, let's take the full 8. Let's take the full 8. Ouch, 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 ouch. That should be lethal, though. Vigilance and Reach on the Worm. Oh, goodness. Everybody's coming in. $15 damage. Just about lethal. If this is only 15, if this is 15, I should have chump blocked the Prowler with the Bully or something. Because I'm cutting it super close here anyway, and that would have made it so I'm not cutting it quite as close. But yeah, damage, and you go to -1. All right. Trophy in the Intermediate League, the only league in town. And look at this beautiful new, whatever you call this, interface. It's different, I'll give it that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and good luck in your drafts.